Are you prepared for my exam? 3, 2, 1. Let's start. The following scenario was presented to me. This was the prompt. Hi, I'm Claudia, and I'm the director of the primary school Rainbow School. Here, students come from different parts of the world, bringing with them different traditions, languages, and experiences. In the classrooms of this school, you will find children with different socioeconomic backgrounds, and is located in the center of Murcia. However, in this school, we believe in equal opportunities and in providing an inclusive environment where every student can succeed regardless their financial situation or their background. Our teaching staff is committed with the success of every student that walks through our doors. We work hard to create a learning environment that fosters empathy, mutual respect, and intercultural understanding. We value diversity as an enriching asset that enhances the learning experience of our students. We also provide additional support to students who need it. We collaborate closely with community organizations and volunteers to offer extracurricular programs, tutoring, and additional resources to reduce the inequality gap and offer the opportunity to all students to reach their full potential. Use the prompt in the AI tool of your choice, and then, based on the result, choose the 5 measures that you consider fundamental or essential and reflect on each one of them. I chose ChatGPT, and this was the entire response of it. This is the infography with the 5 measures that I considered essential. The first, parent engagement programs. Second, multilingual education. 3, accessible facilities and resources. 4, diversity training for staff. And inclusive extracurricular activities. Does these measures seem appropriate to your center? Yes, because as I already said, it's a very diverse school. And for example, parent engagement programs will make that parents of different cultures and backgrounds can be implied in the education of their children. Then, multilingual education can help children who don't know the language very well start from the level and native language to learn the Spanish language and then English. Accessible facilities and resources will ensure equal opportunities for all students. Training our teaching team for diversity is essential for a center like this, since they must know about their students and how to treat them. Also, the last measure, inclusive extracurricular activities, is important so that all children can develop their interest and explore what they like. Now we are going to see what current legislation can support each of the measures. The 2 following points support parent engagement programs by the LOMLOE. Here is the documentation on attention to diversity that support it. In this point, LOMLOE also supports multilingual education. And this is the documentation on attention to diversity that supports it. In the Article 16 of the Royal Decree, accessible facilities and resources are supported. And here is the documentation on attention to diversity that supports it. In this article, LOMLOE also supports the diversity training for staff. And here is the documentation relative to diversity. The LOMLOE and the Royal Decree also support inclusive extracurricular activities in this point. And here is something mentioned about this in the diversity documentation. The actors affected by the implementation of these measures are school administration and leadership, teachers and staff, students, parents and guardians, and community and stakeholders. The first measure, parent engagement programs, is affected by student-teacher relationship and school-community relationship. Second, multilingual education is affected by student-teacher relationship, student-student, and student-school. Accessible facilities and resources measure is affected by student-teacher relationship, student-student, and student-school. The diversity training for staff 1 is affected by student-teacher, teacher-staff, and student-school. Finally, inclusive extracurricular activities are affected by student-teacher, student-student, and student-school relationships. What the IA did not consider in their proposals. In educational diversity, it didn't consider diversity of sexual orientation and gender identity, and diversity of experience and perspectives. Then, the relationships that are not being addressed by the IA proposal are the parent-school relationships and the school leadership-staff relationships. Although they are mentioned, they are not specifically mentioned. Now we are going with the second block. This was the statement that was presented to me. As the principal of an educational institution, my leadership program would revolve around fostering a culture of coexistence and collaboration, recognizing the complexities inherent in our organization. Drawing from various leadership styles, I would like to blend the democratic, transitional, and laissez-faire leadership in order to address these complexities effectively. This point reflects the democratic leadership style. This ensures that decisions consider varied perspectives. With the second, we can see the principles of transformational leadership. This point emphasizes fostering a culture of creativity and intellectual simulation. Reflecting elements of laissez-faire leadership, this point underscores the importance of providing autonomy and trust to teachers and staff. Balancing randomness and deterministic order, this point acknowledges the dynamic nature of education and the need for flexibility and adaptability. Rooted in the democratic leadership principles, this point emphasizes the importance of equity and inclusion in our organization. Third block. This was a statement that I chose. These are the elements of the diversity card plan that I think that are more critical in this case. I'm going to apply these elements such as a learning activity with the pupils. This is about work based on each student's goals. For example, if you want to improve your students' communication skills, design activities focusing on communication strategies. Differentiated instructions implies, for example, providing manipulatives and visual aids to help students with intellectual disabilities. This is about all participants in the educational process collaborate together. Then, use formative assessments to track progress and adjust teaching strategies as needed. According to the rubric, I think that I deserve a cut, because I included all the things required. The video is not only a voiceover with images passing, the video includes only my reflections and documents and information that we've seen in class, and the language skills are correct. The most crucial idea about the school organization that I've learned this year is how complex is school organization and everything behind it. Idea that was new to me was the possibility of making different types of grouping in schools, because many ideas came out and I think that it could be very useful. I like the idea that inclusion not only benefits students with disabilities, it also benefits students with no disabilities, fostering acceptance and positive relationships and reducing prejudice. Yes, because seeing the different data on diversity makes me have into account that probably many kids will have different particularities, for example, at the time of designing an activity for them. I learned a lot about legislation
while investigating for the video, and I also remembered a lot of concepts that we've seen through the course, such as the complexities, the leadership styles. And that's been all. Thank you for listening, and I hope you like it. Bye!